Don't you just hate it when firmware just updates for hours?
Yep.
Also, apologies for not getting here a little bit sooner. I actually was kind of distracted by something.
No, they're
Hey, really?
speaking of the devil.
Yeah, we weren't sure where you were, Rally.
Yeah, where? Yeah, where are you?
Hello,
Where?
Aurelius.
Vass, you going with that, or you just got a form change?
I got a form change from Deadpool.
Okay. I'll do one.
Wait. Hey. Rugal.
Yes.
That only applies to me.
I know.
And where are you gonna turn me to?
Cap. I haven't seen that in a while.
Okay, which one?
You know what? Magnum. Just to rep the new one, because most of y'all didn't get to see it when Vass debuted Magnum last Friday for Quake.
I suppose that works. Okay, alright, I'm gonna find out where the hell that, but probably Olsen.
Oh yeah, DP, if you're wondering, Magnum is wearing Rachel Brock's outfit from Hell, Cyberpunk Thriller.
Oh, nifty.
Yeah.
Yeet. Alright, back to this slog.
Okay. March 14th, 23:33 p.m. Vitrum Neutralis, lobby. Agent Lang. Lungzy says, little cubs never do. They knows the fury of the Elder Wolves. These quotes are definitely becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. I read it on a fortune cookie, see? And what does that mean? It means that you'll never really know how angry it can get. Mr. Prosecutor, or should I say Mr. Prosciutto? The counterfeit bills made with the Beverly's ink, they were alls in the Zangfeed denominations. Yes, so I heard from Miss Von Karma.
That's her.
Dasher, right, buddy?
Whoops.
Dasher?
That's
AFK.
Oh, really?
I heard you.
No worries. Kill him all.
But don't we know where the Fade has gone?
They must not have figured out it was all burned yet, and that they didn't get Boardwalk. Ever since those things showed up in circulations, my country's economy has taken a big hit. Zongfa is in financial chaos as we speak.
Yeah, should have
Because we
bought up
can't
the
tell.
utilities.
We can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. But it's not just money. Citizens are also worried. That's something I just can't fix. I stake the honor of the House of Lang on this. I've come to this land to capture the mastermind behind this whole mess. I investigated how the bills are made and how the inks were smuggled into Zongfa. And I pursued the smuggling ring all the ways here. But tonight, this is where the final chapters is written. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smugglers down, someone got to him first. I couldn't make him speak English. Now I'm called to return home without a single answer. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
You should have invested in a missing machine.
Don't stop, Provolone. It's not your fault.
Oh,
It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutors. Ambassador Albers, I'm sorry for all the troubles tonight.
Really?
So wait, who was Alba?
That would be Rally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, you should have parted yours. Without because I was not strong enough. If only I was able to think in the bed solution. It's your full. Curse your empty brain.
Dude, that is such a mood.
You're being too hard on yourself, investors. I take full responsibilities for tonight. End of discussion. Sheena, let's go. Time to return Stuart down.
Yes.
I don't like to admit it, but there's not much else for us to do but go home as well.
Yeah. Agent Lang it.
Hold it! You, Wolfman Puck, and the secretary lady. Hold it! Objection! How? Adverb.
Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already?
No, he has not.
Yep, and on that note, was definitely written by Mr. Cochin, sir.
Just as I thought. Good work, Detective.
I'm just gonna really quick comment. This is the first one.
Demasks no. Request to steal the Prima Duck's statue. Handwriting matches that of many Cochin.
Hey, it's my job.
Yo, Mr. Prosciutto, how long do you intend to hold us up for? Sorry to have made you wait, but I believe that now everyone is finally here.
Kept you waiting, huh?
It's time for the sandwich of justice to be finally made.
Why is it the freaking demo man?
Agent Sheena, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, well, I would like to say it was Agent Sheena in the lobby with the revolver. How exactly did you fail to see the Yatagatsu?
Oh, I have the revolver card.
When you were in the neighboring room to where Mr. Cochin was killed. I'd like you to explain that to us. Yo's! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What are you doing asking her about something she didn't seize? Agent Lang hasn't touched the Babel investigation at all. So I suppose I will need to explain a few things to him first. Start talking, Guppy.
Get the cue cards.
Can't to imagine what's going on in that head of yours. Sorry, Ridwan.
And all you see is the crazy taxi song.
The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth.
Can you make a... Oh, it sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well, I'll supervise you until the end.
Is she seriously going to treat me as a sport the rest of the day?
Let me have this mouse, Eduardo.
I mean, it is technically her case.
You's not trying to pick a fight with my subordinates and some flimsy guess, are yous? I'm not trying to pick a fight. The evidence is hardly flimsy, as you will see.
With these two youths.
I should have known. But you and I are destined to fight it out to the very end.
You have no idea.
It would appear that way. Well, I'll prove her innocence, so let's seize what you got, Prosecutor Edgeworth. With pleasure.
Okay, not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna change it up and call him Provolone.
No, I use Provolone as the insult to Prosciutto when he doesn't feel like saying prosecutor. Because I decided, like, you know what, I'll just make Lang a Guido. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Yatagatsu that appeared in Babel. It just we are not sure if he works for the mob or not, but we just pretend like, you know, he's fixing things. And establish exactly who it was that Kay saw.
But we both know he can become Super Guido if needed.
Yes. Agent Lang. Oh, but then we gotta get Nahal Holtep involved. I assume you've been briefed on Kay's testimony. You means the suspicious poison in a coat that she saw. That's right, the person in one of the keys to solving this case. Maybe I'll have
that
I'm not sure yet.
too.
The person who pretended to be the Yatagatsu. Pretended? What do you mean by that, huh? What do you mean? I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Okay, if you could please explain for us what the person you were chasing did.
Sir Khan?
Okay, you got it. I first spotted a suspicious person near the open-air stage on the Babbly's side. I called out to the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. I thought it was rather sus, but I immediately gave chase.
And then you got sauce.
For the sake of argument, let's call this suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Now please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu up to the 3rd floor.
Ew. I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the 3rd floor of the Babbly's embassy. It was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until the sudden turn. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Gochin's office. I gave chase and ran into the room. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black darkness. I couldn't see anything. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... I'm not gonna do that.
Who's there?
By the time I turned on the lights, the Yatagarasu had disappeared.
When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. What do you suppose that was, Agent Lang? What do you means, what do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? Person slipped out of the pool behind the girls under the cover of darkness.
Objection!
Sorry, but I know for a fact that that person didn't escape through that door. Suppose? And how do you know that with such certainty? That's easy. If the officer had left through that door, they would have run right into this person.
Sheena. It would have to be
No, they would have ran into Shuna.
Take that!
Yeah. Your answer's Sheena? What? Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door.
Come on, keep up.
In case screamed upon discovering Mr. Cochin's body, Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Sheena, who was in the next room over. Agent Sheena, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question?
No, I did see anyone.
You see? Therefore, the Yatagarasu does not have escape route. It just means that the creep slipped out before Sheena made it into the hallways.
Objection!
I doubt that, as there was another person in that hallway. A certain detective. Detective Gumshoe, where were you exactly at the time?
Me, sir? Oh, when I heard Kay scream, I ran towards Mr. Cochin's office from the opposite direction, just off screen of Agent Sheena, sir.
So, Agent Lang, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them? You must concede that under these circumstances, the door was not a viable route.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you nailed him with just the explanation of what happened.
Sir Khan? I can kind of see Kay dressed as Palm for some reason. The way she was dressed, almost. Yes, I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. This is far from to make Agent Lang aware as well. I've yet another possible escape route that the Yatagarasu could have taken. I gets it. So that's what you were trying to show me. Hey, Mr. Prosciutto, let me guess, this is what you're trying to say, right? Because the door was not a viable escape route, then there must have been another way out. Precisely.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, It's time to bust out with a revolving fireplace wall explanation, right?
No, not quite.
Sorry, jumping the gun.
Huh? Fine. Fine.
The revolving wall on the Babbly side is known only to 4 people. And if we use this information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end. I heard all that! What's with all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out the tech. Nothing in the sword, Agent Lang. Come, let's continue where we left off. That smug, haughty attitude of yours, you really rubbed me the wrong way, you know that? Well, no matter. I figured you out already, anyways. The only other possible escape route besides the door was the room's lone window. There's an eerie picture that escape route exists. Are you saying that this photo captured the moment of the Yatagarazu's escape? I guess Detective Bad must have filled him in on this photo. I have to admit that at first I thought the window to be a possible escape route as well. However, I now know that to be impossible. Now, I realize you may not notice, but... humans can't fly. You dumb dago. Of course I know that. That's bloody common sense. Besides, I never said I thought that photo to be of the Yatagarazu's escape route. I suppose not. Alright then, explain yourself. The shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarazu that Kay was chasing after. Not so fast! You can say whatever you'd like in whatever language you want. But there's only one language I really understand. The language of evidence. Very well then. I present to you proof that the person Kay saw is not the same as the one in this photo.
Let's see.
It's the one that's not the same as the one in the photo.
Let's look at the evidence systematically. Can't be
Not
that.
the Dopian, not the dogs.
Wait a minute. The fire. Wait, the fire.
Yeah, the fire.
The fire's in Babel.
Let me explain to you precisely why that shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarazu Kay saw. They spotted the Yatagarazu heading to the 3rd floor during the 2nd fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the 1st fire.
Where'd he go? That's twice you beat him in the butt now.
Hit him in the butt. We're not done yet. You still have to explain what the shadow is. And how the Yatagarazu escaped. I don't suppose you can answer both, can yous? Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't understand what it means quite yet. As I thought. However, the Yatagarazu's escape route, now that I can answer. You can? Well then, Mr. Prosciutto, go on.
Oh boy.
Even if I explain it, you'll try to find some flaw with what I have to say. You're busy heading up the Alabashan investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you'd have much knowledge about the Babalese side of the case.
Okay.
So, wouldn't it be best if the lead of that side, Agent Sheena, explained in my stead? Sheena's my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I just look her in the eyes and call myself her boss?
Like, it's alright. I can take care of him.
Sheena?
You shield me a lot as my boss. But it's time for me to prove my worth.
Alright. If you're okay with it, then you have at it. You got my support. Finally just down to Agent Sheena and myself. This is where the battle really begins.
Now then, what is it you like to...
Let him talk.
Now then, what is it you like to ask?
Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Babblies? Let's see. Sheena's movements.
During the first Babbly's fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babel. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I was actually very skeptical that girls Yatagarasu even exists.
Yep, I know where to find it. I know where it is.
And that is all I'd say.
But I'm not lying when I say I saw the suspicious person run into Mr. Cochin's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony.
Good.
Just to confirm, do you have a partner when you were on your investigation?
No, I moved alone.
In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct? Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic.
I mean, it's usual Mystery 101.
And it wasn't that tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale. How about when you accused Larry because he was the weapons owner?
That is unexpected for that user stuff to get into such a situation. Although, I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected.
I will make no excuse for what I did in that situation.
Then you should apologize right now for making Kay out to be the killer, pal.
I'm sorry, Sheena. Apologize.
I'm sorry.
It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I was expecting.
It's a
Right,
child.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I never doubted you, not for 1 second. And the same goes for me, so believe in Sheena. Let's put that to the test and see if she really is worthy of your trust.
This promises to be interesting.
Alright, so which one you said, Zircon?
So, literally go to the fourth statement and like during the battle he's fired, that checks out. During the second fire, that checks out. That I heard a scream, that checks out.
Okay, yeah.
Although I was in the next room, yep, this is the one. Because how you have to present the revolving door. Because think about it, if she was going, yeah, because at least in the next room.
Being in the next room to Mr. Koshin's office is the problem with your testimony. Mr. Prosciutto, I don't see what's problem you're talking about at all. Agent Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered about the Alabastian office fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects the office to the room next door? What about it? Well, Alabasta isn't the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. What? The fireplace in Mr. Kochin's office holds the exact same secret. What? The Yataratsu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace wall and into the next room over. Now do you see?
Oy, oy, oy.
If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, then the thief would have run straight into Agent Sheena. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu. Yeah.
What's the meaning of these miles?
Well, would you care to explain, Agent Sheena? Oh, you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu, or shall I?
Oh.
You claim that you were in the next room was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one Kay saw in the coat, pretending to be the Yatagarasu, and you were the one she chased after. As you tried to lose her, you ran into Mr. Kochin's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Sheena. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace.
How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the one in charge of this culprit case, pal?
Oh.
Is it clicking in of who she really is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sheena's?
I so serious.
That laugh.
I remember that irritating laugh.
I'm getting chills down my spine. Oh no, she's turning into Dio!
Callisto,
No.
you...
It can't be. It has to be.
Sheena's, what's wrong with this?
I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh.
Funny, you say?
Yes, that you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of this country really are also very strange.
You think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off?
you think I'm taking things so lightly? I think not. It's the prosecutor who is. Look, everything you see here is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you have to prove anything regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route.
The tone of voice you're talking with me now has certainly changed.
That's because it's been a while since I had much fun. I think I will lose and then we can have a real battle of wits.
For an agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind, it's a great honor.
Don't underestimate me. I'm not some sort of foolish fraud, you know.
I know. That's why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your question.
My question?
Here's your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in Babel was used recently.
Okay,
The ashes.
okay, where's the ashes?
Yeah, they had been used. Yeah.
Take that!
I'm sorry, but this is really your honest answer to my question?
Yes. According to Ambassador Peleno's testimony,
Oh.
he said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Kochin.
Oh!
The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there.
And why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up.
Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Peleno said that he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yagaratsu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. Yep. Movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Kochin's office is my proof. And just what is so funny?
That's that proof? Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court?
You still wish to fight us?
Well, it's not just
Of course, why wouldn't I?
In that case, let's hear your counter-argument.
My counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court.
Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now.
I suppose. I have a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this gimp cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap this absurd case once and for all.
Gangster.
You would think the one thing that we didn't get to do was like go in the other room, and there could have maybe been footprints or something where ash was scattered around. That's just kind of a thing. Like, why didn't we do that if we thought like if it could move?
Because that's the next part of this case.
In my eyes, all you proved is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. But you can't really call that proof that the autographs used the fireplace now, can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we already finished our very thorough investigation, and we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Coach's office.
Oh, really?
And you haven't my counter-argument.
Well, I mean, we can get her on that one. We didn't find anything suspicious because of what was in the wall safe.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Just seen through the fact that I have yet to gather that one piece of evidence.
What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to lead the rest of it to us.
She opens her mouth and then she has a marshmallow
I-
peep in it. Kay, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not?
Yes.
If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch the truth, you must see it through to the very end.
Oh, derp.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do all the work for me.
With pleasure.
I mean, he is the player character.
Looks like lack of evidence have left you wide open, doesn't it?
Sheena, please show me you're someone I can trust.
She isn't.
Don't worry, this will be a deciding match. You'll see.
I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Sheena, shall we begin?
I'm ready whenever you are.
As I said, Vass, like, I'm pretty sure it was, we didn't find anything incriminating in Koshin's office. Well, but what do you guys think?
I mean,
Okay.
so then who was it that used the original wall that checks out? And then who was
This one, not a single. That's wrong because the safe,
money.
We know that there were the money, counterfeit bills.
Objection!
Yeah, I was right. I was like, wait a minute,
I mean-
it's completely
I mean-
wrong, false.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
easiest part.
We didn't find anything in there. You didn't find anything suspicious at all? I highly doubt that.
But I didn't. You can't even ask. You can even ask the other men.
I don't need to, for I found what you should have for a while ago.
Excuse me?
In Mr. Coach's office. There were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills in there. And then Edgeworth proceeds to make it rain all over Sheena.
What in the...
Hey. This guy.
This is so dramatic and I love it.
I don't have anything to do here.
The evidence was something you found through that girl's machine, right?
So what if it was?
Ah, that's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by the machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the assets you found in the room, do you happen to find any counterfeit bills?
No.
You see, so there.
What, you cut off,
you
Beth.
see,
Yeah.
so there was nothing in that office, nothing you could call evidence anyway.
Objection!
Speaking of things that you Interpol agents have missed, I did find one more.
Your pompous attitude is unnecessary. All required is the evidence.
Oh, the printing plates. Very well.
No, it's not the printing plates. It would be.
So
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
the
the
flower.
No, it's not the
Better follow.
flower.
Is it the
key?
Adobe?
No,
No.
isn't it the key?
Let's look at the wire. Wire. Spell
Oh, the
Babylese.
wire.
Take that. Yeah.
I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
The length of wires. So what about it? I'll tell you what. Well, I'll tell you what. We found this in the Japanese embassy not long ago. What? We found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's office. Ah, yeah, that's why I was moving.
Found that at the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder.
So, I think you'll agree now. But I cannot trust you when you say that Interpol has thoroughly checked every room.
Ooh.
And that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu.
Double burn.
You still suspect me? I see. Alright then, I ask you to point out what part of my investigation is incomplete.
The other installations worked under the command of Agent Sheena. And is it not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the 3rd floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor? Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Sheena was only pretending to be investigating the Indiana Garage to the point of arresting K. In that case, there is one location that no one has yet to inspect.
Sheena's room.
Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location.
Take that.
Location, Agent Sheena, is of course the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Coach's office warrants a thorough inspection.
Even if you do that, I doubt you'd find anything of use to you there.
I will be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, good. I get to do something. Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office.
It's zoomed.
Away!
Mr. Edgeworth? Do you really think that Miss Sheena is the Yatagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is.
Then I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu.
Can you prove that she's the Yatagarasu is the question?
Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, then I should be able to. I have a 1%.
Hoping he'll find.
I have a 1% certainty he'll find it. I just say this: I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science.
That's because I have the capacity for low science.
It wasn't that
Yes,
mentally
he's
taxing. I had him use the same. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu. Oh yeah, going through the fireplace.
What did you find out by doing that?
First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there, his coat was covered in ash and Babylese ink.
Who cares whether his coat was covered then? It's not worth that much anyway.
But is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I am about to prove.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found something you really need to see, sir.
Some things? Okay, let's see them.
First, this Bull Ultra combo.
So, what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
You found a coat? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's one of them. Maybe it's the one person I was chasing was wearing.
Yep, Al Harris's coat.
Yep.
Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Sheena, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it?
Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I sorted them in that room.
Aw. But wait, that makes it even more suspicious.
Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have that back now?
Hold it! No.
These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them.
Hold. They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch their work without my permission.
Of course,
Chanel
examine them
number
for the
5.
sake of the investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this. I says, let them looks at your stuff, Sheenas.
Leia!
Get thrown under the bus.
Sheena, let's put it all out in the opens. If you're really as innocent, you have nothing to worry about, capiche?
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now let us begin.
Why is there an item number 2 in here?
So which of Agent Sheena's belongings are you going to examine?
Or coat. Coat.
The
Because
coat.
that. Just think about it. She.
Yeah, the coat. Let's examine the coat.
Yes, sir.
Appears you
can
managed to
already
stain
see
your
where
coat.
it is.
Yeah, it appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly. It's like Ash. Agent Sheena.
Oh no, I was talking about the ink at the bottom.
The Yatagarasu that Kay saw was wearing a coat. And I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace.
No, you're wrong. That's the problem we got on my coat when I was helping to please out the fire.
And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat?
I got a lighter.
Oh! I didn't realize the ham was that dirty. I'm sure just some water mixed with soup from when I was helping with the fire.
Nuh-uh, I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie?
Yeah, don't try that with us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that I got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Actually, it
Hold
turns
it.
out pretty well on mine.
Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that dirt on my coat is from the fireplace,
Which I can. Lights the coat on fire.
how?
You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe.
Huh? Me? I mean, you did all the clicky work. I just progressed the plot.
Yeah, he just competent for once. Take the
This
compliment.
coat, this is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for.
Oh, goody.
I'd been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. Thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would sully a coat.
I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir.
It'll be a raise.
All that remains is for us to show that what the dark substance on the coat hem is. Burn it.
Oh, and you think you could do that?
Of course I can.
Scratch out a little bit of it.
This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat, Babbly's ink.
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 Take that!
Babbly's ink?
Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through the fireplace. According to Ambassador Polino, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning.
You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point of mentioning it again.
My point is that he spilled some ink onto the black wall of the fireplace at that time. The dark substance on this coat turns out to be Babbly's ink. It would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall.
Yeah.
Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet.
But you have no way of proving whether or not this Babbly is on the coat hem.
Oh, but I do, and I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds.
Oh, you
How?
said
Rid of it.
that? It's Icarus falling from the sky.
How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I'll prove that the dark substance on the coat is Babbly's ink. Burn the coat.
Burn the coat.
Wear the coat. I'm not Ace Harding. We can find out whether that is Babbly's ink or not by lighting it on fire. That's how he's going to prove that it's Babbly's ink. Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is. Sheena's? Sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut off a bit of you.
Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway.
And then if someone could loan me a lighter or something.
Oh, I've got some matches.
I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs.
Smoke them if you got them. Then if I could please have one, okay? We can get this experiment underway. Phew. Dasher?
That flame!
It's the same colors as the flame's wood crystal oils produces, which means Ebony's ink is a product of wood crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. Now the time has come to clip the Yatagarotsu's other wing.
Oh, Derp.
Yowza.
Derp,
You're the
Miss Sheena, you're the fake Yatagarasu. The one who
faker.
killed my...
You're the faker.
You're the one who killed my daddy.
It's about time you came clean, Aegis-Sheena, or should I say, Callisto you.
Hold it!
Mr. Anderson.
Hey, Mr. Prosciuttos, you're not serious, are you? Do I look like the joking type to you?
Callisto you? I've never heard that name before in my life.
The mother of speaking and that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years.
You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it.
Oh,
Oh, really? And you have proof? You said that I'm this Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
well, hold on, no, hold on, Dasher. It's slash throw Swiss roll at Callisto you. Raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of light. However, the light of dawn has arrived, and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world.
Hold it.
Use ugly.
Enough poultry. I want to see some evidence.
Do you really have something that can prove that she is the Callisto you?
Yes, the key. I do. Something that the second Yatagarasu has reserved for us these last 7 years, the key.
Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth.
I will, okay, for we have finally come to the end. We'll prove her to be close to you with this, and clip this Yatagarasu's wings for good.
Take that!
Don't worry about it, double garbage. And don't throw it out in the trash can in the hallway.
He's funny. I thought you said you weren't the joking type. It's just funny. But I'm not laughing.
So it wasn't the key.
Mr. Edgeworth, that piece of evidence I saved for all these years, I think we proved that Miss Sheena is really Callisto.
Oh, yeah, the perfume.
The perfume.
Yeah. I thought it was the key. I was close. Yeah. The perfume.
That's likely for later. So, perfume.
Take that!
Armstrong's perfume. This perfume. This will prove you to be Callisto you.
It will?
Yes, served it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle. This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Actually, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well.
Perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. You're cooked. I heard from my father, Bern Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprints can be preserved for decades.
Yep.
That is true.
Which means that your fingerprints are still on here, every last one.
Even for cold cases, fingerprints will still be on there. We could clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Aegis-Sheena. Please submit yourself to a fingerprint test unless you burned off her fingertips.
No, you cannot erase your fingertips.
Oh, she's psycho.
Do it full deal. No, this is Dio's post.
See, I wasn't Quick, someone hit her with sunlight yellow.
It looks like you see right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chunk. You're on my spine, Edgeworth.
And with each
Callisto.
line, Callisto U goes down an octave.
You.
So you're showing yourself face. You're showing the true face of
This
black.
feeling of drift is regretted that time 7 years ago.
Sheena's, you...
Blaine, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man!
So,
A bit
you
of
was
light speaking there.
So yous was a stoolie all along, sees? Snitch sent by the smuggling rings I've been chasing after. Someone who's been feeding them info on Interpol all this time, eh?
Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought.
Now let's see you, the woman who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu.
That's right. Both of you. That's just one of my many names. But even that's just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great fake Yatagarasu.
And she pulls out a gun.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
no more Derringer. No, she don't have her
Is
Derringer
it just
this
her
time.
or is it lagging?
That's Discord. Once again, like it was last night when I was trying to play FF9.
Mm-hmm.
So you, this time, you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly.
You know,
Crap.
you're the one who left the strongest impression on me. Okay, Faraday.
Oh, there you go.
Alright.
And-
I had to leave the call.
And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here I are, being a thrown to my side, just like your father always was.
Ouch.
Okay, don't.
I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father.
You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such laughable honesty.
Oh, fuck.
There's a Derringer again! Okay.
Ah, you let K go right now, pal.
Ah!
You're despicable. You're despicable.
Go me, filthy!
Bitch.
You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well,
Faker.
unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu.
Okay, hold on there, Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's impossible. My father was the one who created the little thief.
Hey, Edgeworth, the Yatagarasu have 3 legs. You know why that is?
Why, it has 3 legs. Oh,
In case you forgot this bit.
Detective Strungbid. Detective Strungbid.
He's not here right now.
No.
Oh heck, I was muted.
Detective Strungbid.
Homestar, come on. There are always 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system.
No, it can't be.
Did you finally figure that out? Do you finally know the real identity of Yatagarasu?
The real identity of Yatagarasu is... Neither.
person.
Because it's
The real identity of Yatagarasu is neither Burn Faraday nor Callisto U. But by the same token, they're also both the real Yatagarasu.
How very perceptive of you.
They're all Spartacus. I'm
No
Spartacus.
way.
A single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed.
Because they were a team.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Done.
No, I refuse to believe this.
It's the prestige, Kay. It's the prestige that's been this whole entire time. Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of clients' corporations. Skill numero 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor would be well-versed in the ways of a criminal.
Granted, I think the police would be for that, but
Rallius.
Yeah?
Alright, bad.
And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever.
Detective Youngmaid.
I told you, Homestar, it was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. Because the lead detective on the case hid it all away.
Holy moly.
You're the third member of the Yatagarasu?
I mean, that's what the flashback was alluding to.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You. I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years. But I finally got you.
Why, Mr. Bad? Long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team.
If you were such a great team, then why did you kill my father 7 years ago?
Yeah, bro.
Why indeed? It was nothing personal, really. It's just another person I had to kill.
You say that.
I grew Regis, and it's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time, I won't miss.
Stop. I said stop.
Ugh.
Okay.
She's okay. Nah.
It's over, Sheenus.
Gangster.
Hey, your your leg.
Agent Lang?
Yeah!
You idiot. What do you think you jumping in front of a car like that? What are you risking your life for?
All this time we thought he was Wolverine, but in actuality he was the Flash.
I'm sorry, Detective Beds, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she's a snitch, it doesn't change the fact that she is my Cody. And as long as she is, I can't allow any harms to come to her, not even from you.
You really are an idiot. You know that.
That's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. I am's what I am's. Hey, sis,
Yes, sir.
I want you to conduct a full body search. Sheena might have another weapons on her.
All right. Lieutenant, Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please.
Sir!
Ma'am, you idiot.
Hey, I found something!
Damn.
Oh, the other blade.
What is this, sir? It looks like a blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. Hey, do you think this is a cheese knife?
This is a great find, Detective.
Huh? It is, sir?
Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle.
Take that!
Use handle on blade.
How can you do that?
I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon.
Hey, it fits together perfectly. Hey, it just caught on fire, too. Hey, I have a fire knife.
This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched.
I'm gonna return this to the Balinese knife right now.
Alright, I trust that you'll make sure that it is returned to Ambassador Heleno. Balinese knife handle given to Detective Gumshoe. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it. Callisto, you. The only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Cochin's murder. Which means that you must be Mr. Cochin's killer. You killed Mr. Cochin with the Abelastian knife.
There.
Switched the handles, and then took the original blade of the Babalese knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
Objection!
You cracked an engaging tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it.
Problems? In what respect?
What do you think my real reason was allowing her to chase after me?
Huh?
It was also I could capture Kay Faraday.
Say what?
When I saw you using that detective at Gatewater Land, I knew right away
Oh, she wanted it.
that you were Burns Faraday's daughter. I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yadagaratsu.
I mean, it wasn't that well hidden.
So that's why you tried to pin the Mr. Cochin's murder on me.
Yes, I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you, but pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal.
You had another.
Yes, once I had you under arrest, I had planned to search you and take back the device rightfully belongs to me, the true Yadagaratsu.
Little thief.
You were going to take the little thief away from me?
7 years ago, it was thankful to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key.
And the person who stole the Yadagaratsu key was Mr. Faraday.
Oh.
Raulius?
That incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it?
In the act of smuggling, the Yadagaratsu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment.
Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yadagaratsu?
Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
Okay,
From the
Mr.
beginning.
Sword.
What is that supposed to mean?
The person I take over to has a chance, even now, to this day.
Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? Nope.
Welcome to the rug
The
pull.
Then the real ringleader is still out there pulling the string. Are you done asking what you needs to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. Then you're gonna tell me everything you did tonight, capiche? You understand, Sheena?
I guess I didn't really tell you then that I was the one who set the Babalese embassy on fire.
Why did you do that?
I suppose it was to destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills.
That's what the smuggling rings was trying to do, but then why start two fights?
Sorry, but I can't you tell anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride.
Wait, I mean, Miss Sheena,
Yes?
when I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet.
What about them?
They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, that I should return them to you. No!
You can have them. They're no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you always throw them away.
No, I want to keep them.
Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Edgeworth.
Hmm?
About the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight.
What?
I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will.
If you will. Mr. Prosciutto. Yes, Agent Lang? Mark my words, I'm not done here, and I'll be back.
Foreshadowing.
It's got nothing to do with duty or anything, because this has become my personal vendetta. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. That and the adrenaline. Alright, book him, Denu.
And then you see up the top of the screen, overtime.
It's finally okay.
I feel like I peered into her heart a little, you know? And it's so cold and so dank. It's incredibly lonely.
I know,
Person
the
who's-
ice cream in there is well frozen.
The person who's giving her all these commands. The one who thought my father was probably to be removed.
That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring.
Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Gem and Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome.
No, I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. Proceed to use them as chopsticks.
I'm glad about the whole thing.
There's a bit of soil stuck at the ends of these sticks. Tastes like lo mein. Hair sticks with a candy stripe pattern on them. There's some dirt on the tips.
Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh?
It's Miller time.
So
Dasher?
it's like the dawn of another day.
Oh, we weren't gonna have Miller Lite? Dang it.
Hey, Pops. Thanks a bunch. You've done a lot for everyone all these years.
Detective Strongbad, don't tell me today is today.
Yeah, it is. With this, I can finally retire in peace now that I've found the Bertucci. It was out of the wire, and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything.
That's
As
just
we
it.
sing on the sun.
Wait a minute. We haven't solved everything yet.
What?
There's always overtime. Ring is smuggling me, you. Yadagatsu, we're chasing after.
Well then, looks like I'm going to have to jump.
Cause this is all right for tonight.
Sorry.
I mean, it's warranted.
Yeah. Oh, you know, Rowley, you gotta let me know when you play Dangerous, by the way.
Oh my god, yes.
The point-and-click game?
Yeah, I got it for Rowley's birthday. I was on Steam.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nifty.
The room is so drowned in it.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, we're on that line.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier was brilliant. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you.
Gives Edgeworth a rocket launcher.
Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also part of the Yatagrasu?
Yes, the cheat.
As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you.
Uncle Bad.
Hey, don't take it so seriously. It's all one big joke, right?
Oh my.
Unfortunately, it isn't the Scruffy.
You know, Gumshoe would make a good coach. I'm just saying.
I am the coach.
Ah, come on, sir. She's just yanking my chain because I haven't been in all the scenes where this was laid out, isn't it?
Great job. Detective Bad? Wait, no. You are no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagratsu.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you.
These are the pages from my KG8 case files that the Yatagratsu stole from my office.
Huh? Wait, what?
Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night.
What?
Oh,
Wait.
That's right, that was his arm back then.
So, the Yatagratsu stole into my room was you, wasn't it, Dangerous?
Wait, that means... Huh? Tell me it isn't so, Magic 8 Ball. That's too insane even for me to believe. Magic 8 Ball says believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was you who barged into Edgeworth's room.
No, you don't understand. See, Strongbad's getting back to me because I ruined his favorite soap opera, that's why.
You just Homestar, you're not supposed to know about that yet.
I guess I did.
It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear. KG8 incident. It was a very emotionally trying case. We stood in that courtroom. Faraday is the prosecutor and I is the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent.
Mammy.
She was the elder sister of the victim in this case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail.
And started laughing hysterically.
That's when I realized that there was a limit to the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yatagarasu. And vowed to bring light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring.
Not dirt cheap.
EUC, including companies that dealt with the Amano Group.
Hey, I remember that from Yakuza.
Mr. Amano's conglomerate.
We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the businesses world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that Leo literally stabbed us in the heart and Faraday. He died.
You did, Mr. Edgeworth?
Why? Why wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KGA incident?
After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony.
What?
The victim of the KG8 incident, CCO. She never had a sister.
Dun dun dun. What then that means?
Sheena wasn't the only fake name she used. Callista U was another pseudonym. From the very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling room.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. She said instead of I was tested to betray someone from the
From the very
beginning.
beginning.
Wait a minute, that's my line.
My works always bring.
Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto the page of the case file. Please, use it wisely.
Trump card.
Turned up.
The photo that we stuck on there, try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago.
It's the mark of the Yatagarasu, but why?
This is a directives card from the big boss. Ah, big boss.
Metal Gear.
Take a look at the back. This was something Coach had on him at the time of the PNG8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Miss CCU.
Why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu?
The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the smuggling ring boss used. Apparently, orders boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze.
So you mean the cards are written in Babbly's ink?
The fact that the card that Cochin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided, whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police.
That's what those white cards are.
The great grief that used the mark, that only those within the ring would know about. It was our message to a ringleader. But we were only a few steps behind.
Trump card. Evidence from KG8. Card containing orders from boss of smuggling ring to Cochin.
Ding, 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 ding.
And one more thing, Detective Gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you.
Lollipop.
This lollipop. Oh wait, no.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Do you want to start that from again? I mean, what is this, sir?
I don't know, it's like some old piece of technology that isn't relevant anymore.
No, actually, no. Wait a minute. Bad's gonna give him one of his Chupa Chups.
Wait a minute. Actually, that's my specialty.
Oh, I have an 8-track that has a play button.
And then the the cheat comes out with a laser disc. Or the cheat comes out
This laser disc deal is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG8 incident, Faraday had this in his possession. It's important, definitive piece of evidence.
Yeah, this is definitely definitive evidence.
But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it?
The person
made a
who
copy
stole
of
it
it.
from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Mano. And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was finally, after the other day's kidnapping case.
Videotape. Evidence from KG8. Faraday had obtained it once, but Ernest Amano had it stolen.
Din, 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 din.
This video.
Property of Maximilian Pegasus.
Sportsman. This is the same video as the one Mr. Sportsman was trying to conceal from me.
Here I would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday. And that video was his insurance.
Why does that sound familiar?
I mean, we've used a variant of this in each game.
That's where the prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence.
Then that card was not the calling card of the Yagarazu. Rather, a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Sportsman.
Two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them.
The evidence Mr. Sportsman thought to withhold from me. And the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is...
Whether you use them or not is up to you. but they will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law.
Foreshadowing.
Also one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of. Detective Bad. There is no limit to the law, for it is the people who determine the limits to them.
You insist that even now? You really are something else. I leave the rest in your hands. Now, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Atagrass.
Pops.
Don't ever lose your detective spirit.
Pops. Why is this happening? This isn't justice.
Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved.
Well, I can't help it. That's like my one defining trait. Yes,
Now
sir.
let's go.
Welcome, Daniel. Finally got that strong bad arrested.
2 ghosts and goblin stages later.
But then, why did he give me a video of Peasant's Quest and a video of Trogdor? Is this really the end of a legend?
Welcome to the
Continued.
Welcome to the second half of the case.
Yeah. I was not joking when I said earlier that up above you see the text overtime.
Yeah. Now to be
literally-
decided in the the Super Bowl of motorsports, Monster Jam, March 15th.
Come
Zero,
on,
zero-
slam.
Okay, March. Let me see it again. March 15th, 0007, Theatrum Neutralis lobby.
Hey, that's only 10 days away.
So, now we know who the Yatagarasu really was. And yet, there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved.
Like how the weapon crossed country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, is it possible for someone to have smuggled them in?
Oh, I have a feeling I know somebody who's figured out one part.
Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before we do, I'd like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Edgeworth, why did you stuff it into my jacket? Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Let's plug in this tape. Now we can use what's on that tape Detective Bad gave us.
This piece of evidence from the KGA has been hidden from sight for 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the case somehow.
Pops in the tape immediately, it's just footage from Resident Evil 1.5.
No. It's the Warriors of Cave Sonar.
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Where's the case in our? Where have I heard that?
It is Saban's spin-off.
It's the one that never made the light of day because after the failure of Mystic Knights of Tirnanog, that when they were going to try another one.
Yeah, and also thanks to Disney, we likely will not see like a clean version of that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Turn this and we got video.
This man he Colchin.
Hey, Sargon.
He's holding a knife in his hand.
This looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
Your apartment building? How do you figure that?
Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG-8 incident, Miles Itogarta. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
Now, Francesca, we all know Edgeworth can't read cursive.
So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building.
In the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed.
However, no one could find it.
Yet somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano.
See how this would have been a definitive piece and why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on right now, sir.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Sportsman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage of the ringleader.
Oh, you mean that card in hand? Where? Where?
Stop fooling with it. Wait, what was that?
What was what?
That bit you played just now. Please show it to me again.
Now, hold on. Let me just do this. Darn it. I switched it to Betamax. Oh, there we go.
No, rewind it. Go back past that. No, past that forward, then rewind it back. Spaceballs. This car. This has something we cannot overlook.
Why is that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe.
Flag.
Listen.
Flag. Hey.
This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia.
Don't you mean the Principality of Zeon?
And because it has the national flag on it, we know that this is to be an official government car.
Issued by the country of country.
But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there?
No.
Perhaps picking up...
Oh,
I can't do that quote. I can't do that quote.
And before you presides Old Man Willow. Rally. Old Man Willow.
Yes, Mr. Smith. So you were here the whole time.
Ambassador Alba.
Thank you very much for continuing your investigation even at this time of night. What time is it? I need my medication. You got cranberry juice? No.
We can give you
I
some...
was even a tiny bit more careful.
We can give you some Miracle Grow.
Tragedy would never have happened. Oh, I'm truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were, or the trunks of your skin.
You idiot, Crassus. You couldn't chase after sympathy. Now then, let's go down to the real reason why I came looking for you two. I would like to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Excuse me?
I heard you've apprehended the thief that has turned his embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. We can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. Scaring visitors away. So I hope that you can understand how I feel.
We must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
But don't we leave the rest to the Alabastion and Barbari's Base Force?
They're so close. Still more and...
But sir, all the police are just graham crackers.
Oh, not the graham crackers. Oh, not again.
This again,
This one,
Mr. Alba.
comma. I'm afraid I've made up my mind. Without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation anyway, but...
That's true. However...
Exigent circumstances. Exigent circumstances.
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil. In which case, we are nothing but foreigners in their land.
If only we had an idiot dressed in a silver costume to save
Is this
us.
really where our investigation ends?
Oh no, wait, sorry. My bad,
Chief-o,
my bad.
we found it. We found Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Rally. I'm not Rally. Sircon, sorry.
Mifu, this way.
And here is where it starts to devolve into an Alad and Costello bit.
Yos.
By the way,
I'm
this is
perfectly
number
fine
2.
now. I'm not limping anymore. Agent Lang,
Hey,
you're
hey,
back
hey,
on the
Bessie.
scene
How's it going?
rather
What's up?
quickly.
Oh, he got
Hey, Bestie. If I laid back and took a break, so I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosciutto.
Agent Lang, why have you returned here?
Because I have to solve this case no matter what.
Oh, that case. I don't know that case. Where am I? I'm sorry to inform you. I don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. I just think, however, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief. Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our trainees can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
Their investigation really will come to a close. This guy over here is this guy. He thinks he's funny. He's a funny man over here. Best help us. I get it now. I really do.
Glad you understand how I feel.
No, not that's that. What I was talking about is I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder. You.
You?
Da 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 da.
Killer?
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang?
Wolves don't lie.
You're an idiot.
You, I don't think you look like a wolf. I don't know. My eyesight's bad. Who is it?
Well, let me first say is that I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murders. That was all Sheena's. Langsy says, the truth lies not at the exits, but rather shines outside the labyrinths. The truth
That's
is...
a David Bowie film.
The truth is, it's quite simple, Seas. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damas 2's killers? Who did it? Who did it, huh? I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. It was you, Whippy.
What the
Excuse me. I was the killer.
Oh no!
We the killer. I think I know where he's going with this. Oh yeah.
Let's just say that, Francisca, you finally getting your just desserts.
He's still. You know what? Oh, I think I know what's happening. He's stalling for time. So,
Yeah.
Yep, 100% stalling for time.
Remember, kind of like what we did during the Matt on guard case, we were stalling for time.
Yeah, so this is number 2. You're gonna see why I'm keeping counting of this.
Yep.
Hey, wait, but that's impossible.
Yeah. Nobody told me there'd be pudding. Although that whip is actually quite... Yeah!
Hold your tongue in that ludicrous remark you were about to make up.
Agent Lang, Are you seriously accusing her of Moida?
What to be doing some rather only the clang and scruffy?
Yes, I am. Does appear to be joking. Hey, sis. Remembers that just before Ambassador Albus went to give his speech? He called you into his office, right?
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything?
I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabast and Babel. Did you know?
Objection!
And where is your evidence that I am the killer?
Go back! I was just getting to that, huh? Trust me, I'll show you them in due time, okay? Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office once more. Will you grant me permission for that? Ayo, Capito?
What? I was asleep. What were you saying? With things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Good. Let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will keep a close eye on you, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that. I called in a favor to my godfather.
If I would have any reason to feel. But you're clever. Everything had better be sound. Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
I'm covering my head.
She seems rather upset that, not that I blame her. This is funny. I expected that you'd accept no less. But we'll see, so as long as you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Hold it!
Agent Lang. As someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take the part. So that I may clean up my superior's mess. I guess I should. The more the merrier. Especially when it's the peanut galleries. Yeah, I can fix baseball games too.
In that case, I want to join in too.
Yeah, you can come along, Citrix.
I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabast yet.
If you let Kay in, you're gonna have to let me in too, pal. I am a police officer. I just can't sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Karma's in trouble.
Oh, now you care.
Exactly.
Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Oh.
Okay, I'll take you up on that. I might not be the smartest, but I know when to go along with the bit. Oh yeah, I'm fired up now. I'm ready to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Hey, cut me some slack.
What is this guy? This is gonna get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride, see?
You young whippersnappers do better. Yeah, very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now, let's go.
Yeah, let's finish this without using any continues.
March 15th, 00:53 a.m. Alabashan Embassy, Ambassador's office. Okay, now so let's first go over the facts once more. Lady Coachin's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babel. The weapons that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of the masked too, Mr. Kashinu. Casino. Was found here. Was found here in the Alabastan ambassador's office. Through our investigations, we found that the Moida weapon was the Primadux statue. And that is actually Babel's statue. This case, no matter how you look at it, Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Objection!
Agent Rugal, do you understand the full implications of what they're saying?
Of course I do, sis. And I'm serious. You was on the trail of smuggling rings, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so whilst police were distracted by the Yetagarazu's appearance, you snuck in his. That's when you two ran into each other's, yeah? You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fight.
Objection!
If all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Don't worry, I plan to show you that Yu's the culprit behind that too. Yu's had permission to investigate both embassies at will. That kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines. Look, sis, I thought I already told you. I ain't messing around. This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring. He's right in saying that she is a member of the smuggling ring. Over the connection between this case and the ring... Could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine?
Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already.
Princess, you need to calm down.
No,
Take a chill pill and eat
No,
a
the
Snickers.
circus is in investigations too.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Because you only know the facts of the Alabashan side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole and therefore solve it. You're too biased.
What?
But don't worry. I am taking this seriously as well, and I will prove your innocence. Call me Saul Goodman. That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosciutto. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course. Yu's explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well. Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damas 2.
You understand, do you? Don't you, Mouse Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damas 2 is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do. Come on, Mr. Prosciutto, let's get started. Yes, let's.
Be right back, guys.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
I'll cover for you.
Border crossing weapons. One of Alabast's knives was used in Babel to murder Mr. Cochins. Frankly, I'd prefer Tommy guns, but yeah. And the murder weapon is the killing of Damas 2 as Babel's Primadex statue.
Well, what about Daniel guns?
Somehow, these two objects
Tommy.
were able to penetrate the two countries in impenetrable security. I'm telling you, I miss those days of prohibitions. The only one who had traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was used.
I could
Jeez.
go for a milkshake right now.
What made you think that?
I mean, I could go for a milkshake
Oh,
as well. A vanilla milkshake, specifically.
Because during Prohibition,
Who makes
they
good
thought that
milkshakes?
people would flock to milk bars.
Yeah. Or oh, what do you call it? Soda fountains.
Yeah.
But well, I actually no, I don't really need a milkshake now because I did have tiramisu for after dinner. Because you notice,
Give me some. Give me some. Give me some. I want
me and Mom already because like tonight for
you-
dinner, I made a couple of ribeye steaks
Wait,
using a brown sugar
Wait.
bourbon marinade.
wait! Don't tell me
Ooh.
Rowley is a fan of tiramisus.
Yes.
Oh
he
my
is a
god, I
fan of
love
tiramisu.
tiramisu.
Can I say?
Oh
Tiramisu.
boy.
Yeah. See what Rugal has done in the past is that he's crammed tiramisu into the disk drive of the Rally OS just so he could eat it.
Ooh.
I mean, I just let the computer scan it.
No. I just push it in. Remember, he's an
Don't
old
worry
model.
about it.
So as long as I
No. Raleigh operates on Robbie the robot. He has an artificial stomach that allows him to scan things.
So as
Oh,
long as I
welcome.
can't explain danger, Will Robinson. So long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Francisca will remain a suspect. Oh well. You're good at Mr. Prosciutto, so why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I ain't seen no bovines. That's the only way you get weapons through. I've worked through every possibility. There's only one that's possible. Your boss. Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself. What are you talking about? By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Zi never said anything to that effect. Yes, Prosciutto. Who do you think you are speaking about Lang Zi's proverbs like that, huh? I go to the finest Chinese restaurants. I don't need his proverbs.
Sir, this is Taiwan.
I had a fortune cookie once.
Because my words are all you will need to see the truth. Hey, you can't handle the truth.
I couldn't read it because I didn't have my glasses.
Okay.
One of the, yep, we know that.
That checks out.
Yep, we know that.
That checks out. Somehow these two objects will penetrate the two countries. Yeah.
Yes.
No. Wait.
Yeah, no, we know that somehow these two. Yes, we know that is. Remember, because the statute says the only who traversed there just before and after the crimes was you. Press.
Hold it!
Was Francisca really the only person to have traveled between the two countries? According to the guards at both doors, she is the only one to go back and forths. The sis there was in Elabast when the Yatagarasu showed. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Cochin's body, she entered Babel. I think we can assume that when she brought the knife into Babel...
Objection!
Then how do you explain the Primitive statue? I haven't quite figured that out yet. Oh, the fact two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country's lines. The only things to cross the border are the Primitive statue and the knife. I should hardly think that those are the only two items, Agent Lang. Dun dun dun. So, it's that question, like, there was something else that crossed the border.
Yeah, go to 3. Somehow these.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, no, there was something else.
We have to present something here.
Present.
It wasn't the cloak, was it?
No.
Oh, that's gotten rid of. Let's see.
Maybe the statues?
No, we already know the statue. No, the statue's already been told that that's one of the items that was.
We're trying.
Oh no,
we're
the
trying
hot.
to figure out.
No, was it the hot dogs?
What...
Was it the hot dogs? Do you think?
I highly doubt it.
No. It's definitely the note.
Oh yeah, the note. Yeah. Because it was from Manny's office. Yeah, the note. Yep, the note.
Objection!
Nope.
Nope. That was not it.
What are you talking about? Hey, Vinny, you hear this guy over here? What's he talking about?
You saw nothing. Ninja Flash.
Okay.
Oh, let's press him on this one.
Hold it!
Impenetrable? I should hardly think so.
Not so fast!
You've seen the tops of the wall between the two countries, right? Well, the world could cross over that, Larry.
Yeah.
Not even I can climb over that thing with all that barbed wire.
The only way into either embassy is through the doors in the theatre. No, there isn't. This chimney. So the only way is for the knife and the primitive statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera equipment, guarded doors. No, so on that one, the only, the chimney. Remember, because they connect the chimney.
I think.
No, it's gotta be the chimney. Because
yeah.
remember that he said that there's no... Yeah, it has to be, right?
Well, it says it's a fireplace wall.
Fireplace.
I
Used. No, it's not the chimney.
Oh, Ancient Lang, if you could take a look. Okay, so... Really? Huh. Because I know he said that they connect, so...
What if-
I know
what if
Larry,
it was
Larry
a
was
hot
able to go in
dogs?
through the chimney.
No, well,
The
think
hot
about
dogs
it.
were only
Somehow
on
these two
the
objects were
Cadopian side.
somehow these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. Wait a minute, the blood on from one of the statues, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
It was fake,
that?
but a swap with the real one. Well, no, because we know that no, that was one of the objects, so we know that one is correct. Oh, what's on the water there? On the leaf? How do I feel some worse to low? No, that's in between. We don't have the pamphlet. We could try the hot dogs, maybe.
Nope.
No.
Would you like a hot dog? No, I don't eat fake meat.
He prefers that 100% Angus beef.
No, I could really go for a veal scallopinis.
I was going for a joke, but okay.
Well, veal scallopinis good.
Oh yeah.
lover.
Oh yeah. I'm not arguing.
But like, think about it. Hold on, think about it. What if the statues, like, wasn't that used as a murder weapon or something earlier? in
Yeah,
this
but
game?
he's already mentioned about the statue. He said like that was one of the two things that crossed. Was the statue.
It was!
Okay, what's that?
Okay.
Hey, yo.
Agent Lang, those two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight. Oh.
Is the statue had to go the other way as well? The other one?
Yeah, that.
Oh my god, that logic.
That is the case.
The Mask 2 was killed with Babel's Prima Duck statue, yes. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Prima Duck statue go?
I feel like this is a really actually kind of moment.
Actually.
Really? Really?
I would like to remind everyone that the point of this little case here is to draw out enough time for the actual evidence to arrive.
That makes sense.
Lang knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
To the ball.
The balls? Balls?
Yeah, you balls in my mouth.
To bibble.
Precisely. If the two statues really were switched, this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies. I guess so, but you know what? Doesn't matter the number of items, only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only persons who went back and forth between Alabast and Babel is her. Is that really true? Is there no one else who traveled between the two countries? Actually, there was definitely another person who wanted to pay a visit to both sides of the wall.
Objection!
Is that really so, Agent? What a lousy time to try and bluff your ways out of this. I checked out what the guard said along with the security camera's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily.
Objection!
I suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors. What other ways? What are we talking about? That CD that managed to cross the border unharmed. I pointed out it would open up a whole new possibility. I hesitate to bring this out. As long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility. Looks like she's got some clever idea in mind. I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence. Fine then, Provolone. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route. This evidence will show us another way to move between the two countries.
The photo of the Yagarasu.
Take that! Agent Lang, I'm sure you're familiar with this unforgettable photo. That's supernatural photos, like I said before. Humans can't fly. Not unless we throw them. No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well. And I've thrown my fair share of humans.
Don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings, either. I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
Well, would you claim that he used a grapple watch?
And I won't allow you to take back what you've said either. I'll say it again, it's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings.
About strength?
I studied my Leonardo da Vinci's, so you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosciutto. Damn it, he got me on Renaissance. How could I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? He must be part of the Medici family. Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka!
Yeah, it was Spider-Man.
Very well, you will have your explanation. It sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo's blurry detailed shadow is... No, profile.
Statue.
You can't.
Or the statue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Humanly
yeah,
possible.
Yeah, the statue. Yeah, the statue.
Take that!
The other statue.
I thought I said you better have a good... I can't make heads... What are you saying, you...
Yeah, that one was a
Moron.
bit confusing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it has to be the other statue.
We want to go with the statue that has a
Bark
bit
at
of
me.
soot on it.
Rough.
So you're saying it's not humanly possible? Well, the statue's not a human.
Let's hear it.
Yep.
Well,
Just like in the Big Berry Circus.
Naturally, a shadow is the third snuggled object, the Primitive statue replica. You can't be serious. Yagarasu, or rather, Callisto Yu, dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babel. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air. Not so fast! Mr. Prosciutto! You left out a very crucial bit in your explanations. I know I did. She launched it through the airs?
Rocket launcher.
And how exactly did she do that? He's literally burying his fangs at me. And here's the point.
I think Rugal is enjoying himself a little bit too much.
How exactly did it move
Who
through the air
wouldn't?
like that? Oh, you know what? Give me a moment. I can enjoy myself even more. Just a moment, Vass.
what?
I just want him to say these two youths. That's all I want him to say.
Nope. Hold on just a moment.
What?
Oh,
Youths.
Youths. I'm just saying that it's youths, okay?
Perfect voice for it.
Now, I'm seriously swimming with the fishes.
oh my God, Rugal James. Well, Rugal James himself to a shark.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
told you, I'm swimming with the sharks now. As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier? Hey sis, I remember that she just before Ambassador Alba went to give a speech. He called you into his office, right? Or just before the murder, Francisca was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma. Oh, what he's up to now, eh, pretty boy? Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer. Yeah, I guess I'd say something like that. In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is. You really think that you, the criminal, would tell us the honest truth?
How dare you! As for the newest time, that is absolutely no proof that I'm the killer. Mouse, don't tell me you suspect me too.
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. So I would like to hear about it from you.
Francisca, I feel that I still don't have enough information, which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
All right. So, what would you like me to talk about?
So how was your day? I'd like you to please testify to your movements up until you came into this room. What'd you have for dinner? Alright.
How do you manage to get these danishes to be so small?
Alright, let's try this your way for a change. What if she...
Until this person here accused me of being a killer.
But what if she has to say it turns out to be a waste of time? It wasn't no wolf, it was a shark. I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl news.
Don't you mean a shork?
A shork, yes. As you wish. Drink Riptide.
I can't believe this is happening. As I said earlier, I was assigned to grand duty in the end.
$1,000 grand.
Saw the steel samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office. I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked upon the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
Okay, so this is the time where we got press every statement.
Francisco,
let's look at them
go ahead,
individually.
Circle.
I was just gonna say, let's look at them individually, because I think I know what the one we need to press, but I would like to look at each statement individually.
Francesca, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
Let's see. Now the only way that I can see for us to break out of the situation is to ask Francisca about her testimony in one more detail.
Okay, yeah, then yes, we do have to press her on statements.
So I was assigned to guard duty. Okay. Next one.
That checks out.
Next one. Alright, next one.
No. Go back.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Hold it!
So you were at the theater as well?
Yes, but I suppose you were also there as well, watching the stage show.
Oh, yes. So Francisca was there.
Well, after the show was over and I saw the Steel Samurai off.
Next statement, press. Rose Garden, yep.
Hold it!
Why did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even the speech?
For security's sake, of course. What other reason could I have had? But no one knew just how the Aragorn planned to getting in there, right?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
And in the end, the Aragorn did choose to appear in the Rose Garden. Even if it did turn out to be nothing more than a shadow. Ah, who would have thought that she would use a shadow?
Ow! Calm down, Francisco.
Wait to me!
You'll still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself.
Anyway, there was no one in the Rose Garden. And we were aware that the speech was set to start soon thereafter.
Yeah, press that.
Hold it!
This is the important one. At that time, the Massachusetts body had yet to be found in this room, is that correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Apple was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
Colonel will say anything to get out of getting arrested. So how do we know you're not lying?
If you need the proof, I'd be happy to oblige you.
Seriously?
Seriously. Look, I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Apple was already there, sitting by the flower on the windowsill, watering his plants.
Really?
Yes, I think I was.
Postman, please.
Yes, I remember speaking with the lovely lady around that time here in my office.
lovely lady.
Alright then, so add that statement to your testimonies and let's hear some details.
Alright.
So, Ambassador Alba was in the room at the time, was he? Alright, Dasher.
What is it?
No, you have to say that.
Yeah, I already read all that.
No, you didn't read this is the new
This is the
statement.
new line.
When I arrived, Ambassador Alba was watering the flowers on the windowsill.
Okay, press. Why was that? For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill?
What do you mean by that?
I don't see no water can. The entrance to this room is on this side, however, the window's on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. It would have been blocking your view of what he was doing, isn't that not correct?
I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall.
He's just an immovable tree.
I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me. With the watering can in his hand.
There
Like
we go.
the nimble willow.
would believe that he was watering his plants, right?
Actually, I was just thirsty. I was taking a drink.
Oh, well, see, there we go.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. And he had obtained for himself in growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Oh, I wasn't aware that you were part tree.
Well, he's from Penguin Forest.
Yes. The plants in my room, they're all like my children.
The
There's
fashion flowers in the flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too.
Why does that tree have a smartphone?
Really?
All four of them are in full bloom.
Yeah.
Miss Von Karma, what did you just say now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement that you do not understand, Miles Edgeworth?
What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that statement to your testimony.
Very well. There were four large passion flowers in full bloom in the flower box.
But we only counted two.
Two. Francesca.
What the?
For some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does appear that way.
I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yeah, sir. If you keep this up, she's gonna be taken away, sir. Yike!
Shut up, Scruffy! All I've done is eat what I'm supposed. Have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I am still under suspicion for murder. Is that number of flowers really all that important in the section files?
It kinda is.
Yep.
Scruffy,
That's a fair-
I think your opinion over the mascot.
I will say one thing. You know what, DP? You piqued my interest earlier about that tape. You know what I think is sad though, because it's part of 4Kids. We'll never get a remaster of WCC Masters. You know that tournament that they had. I would love to see that redone. Right. At the very least, it's a contradiction in this enigmatic case because it was like a nice bridge between American Gladiators, WCC Master, and Battle Bowl.
Oh yeah.
One that I can
just don't
find
know
hard to
who.
dismiss.
I
as
just
well.
don't know who would own the rights at this point.
Oh,
Let's here's it, Mr. Prosecutors. Prosciutto. What does the numbers of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove? I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine that flower box. When this contradiction comes about, there must be something behind this discrepancy.
Yeah, my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. Oh, I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sign me up
I
for the
understand. Wait a minute, those look like chopsticks. I won't rest until I get an English muffin.
And
And
look,
these
there are
flowers.
2 distinct divots that are missing some chopsticks.
I believe they're called passion flowers. Yes.
Hey, wait a
Called
minute.
Flowers.
This isn't dirt. These are crushed up Oreos.
They are actually a species of vine. Oh yeah, a mud pie. They
Yeah.
appear to be growing well. No, we made, you know, in elementary school we made a couple, and then for a marine biology project I actually made one to make it look like the ocean floor with a small island. I also used
lucky.
jellyfin. Yep. And some gummy sharks. It goes back to sharks once again, guys.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, they were blue raspberry and white gummy sharks. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supports. Yes, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only 2 here's to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Your little eyes failed just.
How's Edward? Hurry up and shut this man up for me already.
Lightbringer. I suppose I will need to show some evidence. I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require. Oh, you do you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight, but I highly doubt it'll last until the end. You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang, but the only wolves that I know that howl are from Duran Duran, and they're hungry like wolves. We'll see if you have any bite to back that bark up after you see this evidence. Hungry like a wolf. Truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this. Take that! I'm sure you've heard that song, Vash.
Oh, we all have.
Duh.
Yeah, that or Rio. Sheena, who was supposedly in Babel the entire time, had these hair sticks on her. They look like exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are actually store sticks for the passion flowers. And so's what? Is this really all that's important to the case? Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight.
Keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Inconceivable! Think about it logically. Agent Lang, these sticks were originally in Alabas. But somehow, yes, they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babel the whole night. But make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue. Okay, very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babel. And I support sticks find their way to Babel, and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up there.
Let's ask VaStarPlus.
Ah, so that's why. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape. It's just another stick, isn't it? And so it is, but the shape of the support sticks is what's important. For when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. A crossbow? Ah, yeah. And the object that compiles the picture used in the support sticks is the crossbow. Eureka! Wait! You're really not suggesting. I am. These hair sticks, or rather, plant support sticks. They make for perfect arrows and a grappling hook. Hey!
Oh, and this is where the wire snout comes in.
I've done it! I found the common thread that connects the two offices. But this thread has yet to be completely entangled. Sircon, we just got to the point where Edgeworth figured out that they used the hair sticks with the crossbow to get things across. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how
Zip
Furthermore,
lines.
who could it have been fired? Who fired these sticks as arrows? Sticks to snakes. There must be a common thread that ties all these things together. Mr.
Hello,
Prosciutto?
Officer Wamu.
Mr. Prosciutto, I need you to hold up for just 1 second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all. You just impaled the statue, that's not flying. So, Babel's statue was draped in the Yatagratsu's clothes and then shot over us there. Even if you fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statues don't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you? You get my drift, right? The primitive statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't. Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact. It's only crucial because you're under the belief that the wings are necessary to this equation. Let me dig up Mr. Wizard for you. You need to free your mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird on the wind.
Fly like an eagle.
That's what that was coming up.
You know what? Oh no, go back, Vass. I didn't even read that. The primitive statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Foo Fighters. So, Babar's statue was draped in the Yatagratsu's clothes and then shot over here? Even if you fire the arrows from the side, they wouldn't even go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statues didn't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you? We just had this conversation, but now we just have the counter-argument.
No. Press the realist, aren't you?
Yeah, the realist. You're a realist, aren't you?
Hold it!
Of course, and I assure you that my hypothesis is firmly grounded in reality. Well, all I'm hearing is the fantasy of a desperate man's. At times, even reality itself can be a mysterious thing. Even you must admit that. I reject your reality and replace it with my own.
It's substitute with my own, but still.
Yeah, substitute with my own, yeah. Do I? If it's so true, then why don't you go ahead and show me? And actually, that was a quote from the Dungeon Master.
I think I understand when sailing through the air.
I saw this because you're an expert at things that fly through the air.
What did you expect from the second Yatagarasu?
Indeed. Now to show Agent Lang what really went soaring through the air tonight, Pomni.
So go.
So what did fly through the air?
Even if you find arrows, press them on this one.
Hold it!
But we are in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct? But just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless. Don't you think, Mr. Prosciutto? Because the things they wanted to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing. No, that's not necessarily true. What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions. It's the launching of my conclusion. Rocket launcher. What the shooter wanted to launch with a crossbow was not the statues themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move statues. The wire.
Yeah, it's the wire.
We kind of figured that out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the wire.
Objection!
It's the wire tap-a-tap.
I use my wire tap to put your trap card to the bottom
Now,
of your deck.
finally, I can use I can use your Da Vinci inventions against you. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow. I get it now, Mr. Prosciutto. I can see exactly what you're trying to say.
You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Coach's up. Yeah, like Batman's. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy down to the 3rd floor of the Babalese Embassy.
Just like Green Arrow.
If what you're claiming is really what happened, or Hawkeye's, I can see how Alabast's Prima statue could be moved.
I thought we were rolling on DC for a bit.
Oh yeah, true. I was just giving love to Hawkeye, because nobody does. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. He was underrated in Ultra Marvel's to Capcom 3s. He was a decent striker. But then what about Babel's
other Marvel
statue?
properties?
The dark shadows in this photo is clearly flying away from Babel. Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor to the Babalese Embassy? Not possible. Up to the 5th floor of the Abalesian Embassy? How do you explain that, huh? What, a wise guy? I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick work. We need an intricate pulley system. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head. Motion? What motion? I only know locomotion! Get it down? This is the motion that was employed. Bungee action. No, because they have Master Chief.
Rotary motion?
Rotary motion, yeah.
Rotary motion. Yeah, remember in Buried in Time Bass, Agent 5 used a rotary motion to go up into Leonardo's tower. I believe it was done via rotary motion. If the 2 statues were transported simultaneously... Simultaneous, get reals. Statues would collide somewhere along the ways. Did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the 2 offices? A rubber band. If you shot an arrow with the 2 ends of a wire tied to it, a circular belt can be formed. Knock them back! Yeah, just watch your eye, you don't get shot by that arrow, too. Langsy says, don't object and call success what is beyond reasonability. Taking into account the tensions between the 2 wires, the top one would sag too much to the point where the statues would collide anyway. Objection! Agent Lang. As you know, the Prima statue is a one-of-a-kind national treasure, made of chocolate. And the fact that Rebel's statue is a hollow replica of the real statue, made of chocolate, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Made out of tinfoil.
Langsy says, oh!
Oh,
Oh, I see that you have a sense of humor.
Here is what I believe. Miss Yu and her mysterious mystery co-conspirator set themselves up in 2 different rooms. Co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the 2 ends of the wire on 1 arrow. Then the 2 of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport the statues. The statues and the statues and the statues. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, and then the statues and the statues and the statues, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babel, where it was disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hid it inside the grandfather clock. QED. What? Oh my god. Wait, you whip me.
That's it.
Dash?
You talking to me?
Ah.
Are you talking to me?
Alright, Agent Lang. That I am not the killer.
Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my just dessert yet. I need a tiramisu. Right, Mr. Prosciutto?
Oh, God, I'm going to actually kill him.
Proof is in the pudding, as it were.
Ooh, tiramisu pudding.
Oh, God,
Pudding
yes.
is a nice dessert.
Right.
And so is some very nice Neapolitan ice creams. So, do you think you can do it? Can you prove that
ice cream
would happen? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir to sleep with the fishes.
So
I
why was he
agree.
looking at me when he said that?
I agree that as long as there is no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, for there is one more piece of evidence of my theory. One more's. This should be interesting. Do you think you'd have a piece of evidence that will turn your hypothesis into fact? Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosciutto. The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of a length of wire. I believe that it is right here in this room.
The van!
The ceiling fan.
Yeah.
No, it's clearly the boss of water.
No, it's that picture of Ambassador Alba with Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Looks like you dropped another bomb on us again.
Asher?
This is the last piece of the trick. Or two. But these. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Precisely. The ceiling fans double as pulleys in this case. And thanks to that fact, there is one installed in each of the offices. Ceiling fans made for the perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. Hey! This must be it. This is how smugglers bypass the impenetrable security. Oh my, this guy! What is it with this guy? You really have something, Mr. Prosciutto. I bet you figured it all out already, haven't you?
I mean, we have at the start of this.
You know who the big shot that set up this real-life stage show is, don't you? The person who set this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who had full knowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the Alabaster and Babyliss offices, and that the passion flower support stakes could be used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case. Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food. Big play spaghetti, now.
Why are you so hesitant, Miles Interrupter? If you cannot say what it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
A single point of the finger here in this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop the forward momentum. It appears that I have no choice now but to rush in.
Would you say that you've gone past the point of no return, but let's keep on going anyway to see
No,
what
happens? As Macho Man once said, we've gotten higher than the danger zone.
Alright,
No, the one who it is, no, Bass, the one who it is Old Man Willow.
Yeah, but where?
But it says a piece of evidence that will point us to the mysterious mastermind.
Yeah, good catch. The
hot dogs?
The pot or the chopstick?
No.
Wait, is he talking about the
crossbow? He's talking
the
about
card. Yeah, the card.
No, wait. It's in this room. We're talking, but like,
wait.
So
oh my
either
God.
the passion flowers or the crossbow.
No, we can't use the crossbow. We have to use evidence.
Alright.
Yeah.
Try the passion flowers.
Take that!
This smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had time to grow so big. That Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both offices had ceiling fans tells us that the person had very detailed information on the embassy's layout. So, as you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hashing this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Thus, it can only be you, Old Man Willow.
What?
Oh no, he's about to go Super
Are
Saiyan.
you out of your mind, Miles Interrupter?
No. Does anybody hear digivolving music?
I'm certain of what I'm saying, and I'm sure that he is the culprit. Oh my god, this guy's a jokester. Tell me, Mr. Prosciutto. What was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff he just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use trick like that? I understand you need to doubt me. However, there's one thing that stands out to me as very odd. Just one thing, huh? That one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain. If we were to examine the focus of this complex trick, I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence.
Alabas.
Videotape. Videotape.
Videotape?
No.
No.
You won't be able to videotape it yet because he still has plausible deniability.
Oh no,
But
the
he
note.
doesn't
Was it the note?
Still,
Let's see here.
no.
Blood.
My gut is telling me the Alabas statue.
Oh right, what was in it? Remember the printing plates?
No, not the Babel one. The Alabas one.
Yeah, it was the printing plates in it. I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been the reverse.
The statue is the fucking map again.
However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real primitive statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action. And who better to ask for that reason than King Primadus himself? I see, Ambassador. We'll be examining that statue now, with or without your permissions. Alright,
Oh.
investigate.
Can we examine the sword and shield now?
Yep. Yeah, it's... There.
There we go.
These are Mr. Kosha's fingerprints. The fact that they are on here suggests that the statue once belonged to Babel. They're gone.
Oh, dirt.
So it's smuggled from the Babel to Alabas, huh?
Or was there a need for them to smuggle it? Alright, so, yeah, we can check the back of it. Yeah. Shield, huh? Didn't be anything unusual about it.
I bet it's supposed to mean that the guy is protecting something.
I don't think it's supposed to have that deep of a meaning behind it.
In that case, what are we wasting time with this for? Let's get some...
Why are we wasting the time? With his sword drawn like that, there's an aura of valor and bravery around King Primadus.
Gen Alpha talk moment.
He looks so cool standing with that with the sword stuck in the ground in front of him. Maybe I should try and come up with some cool pose, a shuriken or something.
I'm seriously beginning to think that her real goal in life is to become a ninja. Hey, Mr. Prosciuttos, there isn't anything particularly odd about the sword, right? No, not really. I suppose we should examine a different area of the statue now.
I guess we had to do this when it was just Lang in the company and not Kay.
Still samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the goodwill ambassador.
I suppose that's possible. Think of this area around the base of his neck. Looks like a gap.
Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret.
It's possible to open the statue from this gap of construction. What? Dasher.
Okay. There! Open it, please. Open it, Miles.
Alright, here goes.
Buh.
Oh, hey, look.
Money.
Yeah, isn't that the printing plates?
Yeah.
Yep, those are 100% the printing plates.
What would you have asked me?
Open. Hey, what's with this thing that fell out?
I believe a more thorough examination of it's required. What in the... Is this... Hey, is that what I think it is? Yep, counterfeit plates.
Yes, it's a plate for making counterfeit bills.
Somehow it appears that we have at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates. The reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabas to begin with. Counterfeit plate. This was found from within the fake Prima Dux statue Alba smuggled into his country.
Dun.
No, dude, he is
Flashback.
The Primadou statue can only be handled by the ambassador or the secretariat. And the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue ideal object in which to hide contraband.
And cookies.
After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask 2. Surprised by the fate, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask 2, and I think it's 12 o'clock. Then in order to frame...
No, because this is a different statue. I think he weighs over 500 kilograms.
Then in order to frame the Steel Samurai of the murder, I swear, Vass, it always comes back to that damn statue. He covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Master Alba, is Alita the smuggling rings? My country is a myth. It's all because of use? Dasha!
Okay. You're the one who killed the master too?
Answer us.
Oh, he's about to go Super Saiyan.
Alpha digivolves into
I
Cherrymon.
never thought that you would figure things out on this level. However, there's one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was... the coach.
Throwing him under the bus. Quit screwing around. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. And there's one thing I'm sure of, is that you're the real ringleader. Cursus Elba. Old Man Willows.
That's not good to speak with such subjectivity. Oh no, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity? My conclusions is anything but, and is the result of logic and investigations.
You crapper! Scruffy, I swear.
Investigations. Only seconds ago, you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma. I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you?
Dang, our gamble is starting to backfire on us.
It looks like you still don't get why he came back.
Excuse me?
You see, the reason I came back is so that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck and piss all over it. From the very beginning, my real target has been used.
What?
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation.
What? No, sir, I didn't hear you by your age.
Sorry, Dame. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you was innocent from the very beginning.
You did?
I knew that this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for us. And naturally, as the occupant of this room, Ambassador Elba seems the most suspicious. Without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around. You see? Oh, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Francisca of the murder.
I mean,
Using Francisca as the bait, you were able to gain us entry and investigate rights. Yes, if I had done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given the okay to poke around.
So that's what this all about, though. Very well, I will forgive you.
Yeah, you were the
In
decoy.
exchange for using me as bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth, though.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening. I thank you.
I could go for a lemon now.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosciutto, that somehow, if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you'd be able to figure out the real culprits with a special brand of logic. The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be in a prosecutor-detective team, right? I don't know about all that. One thing I do know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
Oh, yeah, you're quite scary when you want to be, you know?
Hey, you were the ones who's planning to use me to push all the guilt onto the system. But unfortunately for yous, you misjudged me.
Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if what you have is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling gang.
Don't be such a sore loser.
Oh no, you don't
are
know.
the head of the smuggling ring. Then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? I lost that 20 years ago in the war. It was a long time. And first, what were we talking about again?
You smoked alcohol.
Of course, it
Line.
must be a display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, then I would like to first some of this through called evidence. I tell you, I knew nothing. Really.
I know nothing.
One.
Neofin.
Yep. I didn't even know that a counterfeit crate was hidden inside that statue.
Swap the real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for fate. It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything. Makes sense,
That
boy.
doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Why? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
None of this makes sense. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
All these squares make a circle.
How many sense does it make?
Well, he does point out that it could have been all done behind his back.
Proof that anyone has been after which points to this man as the ringleader.
I have 37 cents in pennies. Is that enough sense?
Yeah, you need to start an oatmeal fund. Cost you 1 nickel and 4 pennies, bitch. We can somehow find that proof now. We can see to it that justice is finally served. He's coming down with the dog bleeders. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? Huh? Trump card and the videotape. Yeah, boy. With those 2 items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police.
Hey, that's me.
And they're both illegal evidence. I really trust they can do this. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to such piece of evidence. No.
Needless to say, we VaStar are commanded to achieve nothing but victory. By any means necessary.
Although technically that was Raulius' role.
Well, yeah, I give it to young
Juan Karma.
Fair enough.
All right, strong bad.
The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts.
That's so like you're dangerous.
Just like Kiryu.
That's what we thought at the time.
Can I really book him, Dano? I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of the Yatagratsu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. If I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law? And what is justice? Law!
I am the law!
And which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? You betrayed the law!
That choice is one I must make by my own hand. Here
Use a trump
and now.
card.
Use a trump card.
Mm-hmm.
His hands are already stained. Don't matter. There's no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. If a person goes beyond that limit, then the law, too, crosses into new territory. For what reason were laws invented? The answers to that is what I must now show. Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this.
I wonder what that card is. I've never seen that before in my entire life.
It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is? I had no idea at all, ever, that anything could be. What?
This
Yeah.
card was sent to the real culprit behind the KGA incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Kochin.
Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession, then?
Because it was hand-delivered to me. By a certain great thief, the Yatagrat.
The Yatagarasu gave that to you? Don't talk nonsense. Let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader?
I'll have you know that the card is not only the thing I was given.
What?
This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KGA incident.
The KGA incident?
The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate.
Oh, very interesting. I must admit, I'm really curious now. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you've presented.
The prey the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me. March 15th, 01:34 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis, lobby.
So, what is this interesting thing that you wanted to show me?
Trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together and make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that the card is a director's card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order.
The card itself.
Take that! The card, yeah.
As you see, Mr. Kochin is holding the card in his right hand.
I see. There is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same, doesn't mean that they are, does it now?
Oh, but there is a very easy way for me to prove that they are, in fact, one and the same. All you have to do is simply take a look at this.
The back.
The big.
Actually, the text has been obscured by blood, but it's clear the writing is Cadope. Why, Detective Bad? Silence CCU. Here's what is written here, along with the method to be used and where she lived. The evil intent displayed in this writing will not go unpunished. This dark red blood, yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders in this card were played out that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by the front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Cadopian government car. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage.
What?
Zoomed and enhanced.
This area of the footage directly links to this smuggling ring.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not exactly how it works
Yeah.
in real life.
Who cares?
Well, it's not a processing computer. Can't do post-processing.
Let's just enjoy the fantasy side.
This section,
CSI.
okay, you must be tired if you continue presenting complete. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Oops, we can't do that. No, it's the card in his pocket.
The card in the pocket.
Oopsie.
The gun.
I was so sure it was this area. Alright, focus, Miles. The area I should be pointing out is definitely here in the pocket.
Take that!
Shape of this pocket and the director's card in it. It tells us that without a doubt the person in this car is Mr. Coach. The flash displayed on the car was also captured by the security camera. And with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Well, I can say with confidence that you were raiding in this car at that day.
I'm turning into Master Motion.
Now he reveals.
Whoa! Yeah.
Yeah, you've done well, boy, to make it this far.
Now he is General Old Man Willow.
However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, it's going to be mighty difficult to prove now.
How so?
The Principality of Cadopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist.
Arrogance. What he really means is he's already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left now to me is this piece of footage. Call Tom Bombadillo. Must be
Now
something
we
here that I
present
can
the
use
badge.
against them. Yeah.
Take that!
What the? Ambassador Alba.
Yes, what is it?
You were once an army man in the service of Cadopia. And it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded phrases, boy?
Okay.
Although, to be sure, the big medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Cadopia. But now I'm the only one who owns this particular medal.
My God.
Ah, you don't say.
In that case, the only person it could be who was sitting in this car is you.
Ah, shit! How do you figure that?
And by the medal captured here in this footage. It is clearly the same exact medal as the one you're on your chest. This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen.
To obey, continue.
You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
It's almost looking possible, isn't it? And a lot of you to have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
Yous might lose the game this time. You don't got another round, Mr. Ambassadors.
Is that a fact? Very well, I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
Dasher?
The Dasher.
You alright, bud?
The Dasher.
Dasher.
Dasher!
I must be asleep.
Get your
Yeah,
glass out.
it's literally
Yes.
midnight.
Going to confess?
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What's
Regarding the Damask 2 murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
You
Bullshit.
claiming it was justified self-defense?
Oh,
Damask II attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. My brain immediately clicked to if I had a nickel.
what a pathetic performance.
You that part? Oh.
Oh, Dasher woke up.
Oh,
Alright, Rally.
I'm not giving you one.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
yeah.
It's a defense
you wish.
mechanism, okay?
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
What?
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense.
Pulls down his pants.
I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should. But Damash...
Wait, that's right.
this is
weapon on his body.
No, that was Dasher. Just,
But the mask didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Oh,
whoa.
Don't mind me, it's
Silence.
just dementia kicking in again.
Silence!
Eh, hold
Let
on,
the
there's
men
nothing
speak.
to get worked up over, because I hit the weapon.
You hit it.
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it is self-defense.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears.
It's covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So as you see, it was an act of self-defense.
He right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so. Ambassador Alba's wound. Ambassador Alba claims it's proof he was stabbed by Damask 2, so it was justified defense.
No fucking way.
Yeah, what?
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there's still one more accusation I need to reserve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Two.
Stop spewing nonsense. He's trying to throw my investigation team under the bus in your desperation. If he
Yes.
wants to get real honest, everything in that case can be connected to yeast.
It will.
The murder of the Damask 2 was done in self-defense. In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive. Perhaps
Perhaps so, if you want to see the dementia is contagious. Perhaps so, if you were my friend. However, there is one very important fact I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that?
Yeah, we're pulling this card.
Yeah, that's what she means. Extraterritoriality.
Right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastan soil. So my trial that is to be held will be held in Alabas. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this? Agents investigate. That's our jobs. The judgment of peoples who have confessed to their crime, that's the court's job.
And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
That arrogance and use expressions, they bother me. It's nothing like the face of someone who's ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me so you've had your own country's justice systems eating right out of your hands.
These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabas has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
Darn it,
These two
Discord.
layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Is there nothing we can do?
As much as however everyone hates this rogue pull of a villain, I'm actually enjoying it so far.
Oh yeah, I love
yeah.
I love Old Man Willow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You're noticing that
Old
I'm
Man Will
counting.
as like the true final boss here is good. It's just that we're now getting to the point where we slightly soured this moment.
And as I said, Dasher, we don't have the ability to have Tom Bombadillo, otherwise this would have been over immediately.
Yeah, and this is there actually is precedent for this in real life.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the community.
Okay, remember the Natalie Holloway case? Remember her killer, Jorn Vandersloot, was able to claim that from his father, who was an ambassador, thus he was never able to serve time. But once his father passed away, when he did it again in South America, then they were able to get him for that murder. Because he did the same he did the same murder again, this time in South America, and he's still in prison to this day.
Yep.
Because
And let's keep
Daddy
going.
Ambassador can't claim extraterritorial rights.
Indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately, VaStar followed that case a lot, and yeah, he was able to get away with it because he was an ambassador's son, and just like Alba here, he was able to claim that.
I know, like that rogue pull was sometimes suck, but like sometimes it can be like done just right, like in No More Heroes.
Oh yeah.
No More Heroes is a great example of a rogue pull.
Well, especially the
100%.
first one, because the only reason why I've always loved that is when she says the line, well, what if the game gets delayed? You don't want this to become No More Heroes forever, do you? You know, it's just the fact that they would do a Duke Nukem Forever joke.
Yeah.
That's why I love Suda
Yeah.
51.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna warn you.
I also love the joke of like, you just remembered your parents being killed. How come how would you believe that he's your father?
Yeah, sorry, it's not me that can do this. I'm just the pretty boy foil after all.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. What is that from?
That was Henry. He says I'm just the pretty boy. I'm just the pretty foil. After all, meaning that he told Travis it's up to you to do it.
Anyways, I was just gonna say is that Vas, you're either gonna love this villain or you're gonna hate him.
I know. As I recall from Ninja Capri Sun, he never gives up.
I have this feeling that they're all gonna walk away, but Gumshoe is still just gonna be stuck there right next to the TV.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Oh, you think that, but no, he does get to move his position 1 pixel.
All right,
Let's keep
continue.
going, let's keep going.
Okay, yeah.
And yes, I'm going overtime with Shork. I don't
Oh,
care.
whoa.
Be continued.
Well, that
Bash
was
to the beach.
already.
Now I'm gonna motherboard.
Okay, well, next time. That
Yeah.
monster jam.
Yeah. Well,
Maximum destruction for the win.
He who's
That or
above the
Bigfoot.
law.
Midnight.
Or you know what? Gravedigger and Son of Digger.
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyone have any other favorite monster trucks to like? I showed. I
What
told you mine
was that
next truck,
sound clip right there?
Oh, that was Glaze Gummy.
Oh.
Not even real. Seriously?
Anyways.
No, but still,
anyway.
you didn't answer my question, DP. What's your favorite monster truck?
To be honest, I don't really follow that scene.
Damn, yeah, I love Monster because that's what we have down in Florida. That's one of the things I wish you could have seen. Vast was Monster Jam because it just happened this month.
Oh, well, I have no prior knowledge of Monster Jam. Sorry.
It's just you're watching those big trucks just crushing cars and whatnot. It's really cool.
I don't know. Is it like
They're doing
the?
stunts.
Is like the cars equivalent of wrestling?
Yeah, I'd say it's more like just watching things get destroyed and watching the cars flip over and stuff. Watching them do stunts on the big wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that the Wario's stage in Mario Kart 64? Yeah, that's what a monster truck rally looks like.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, and I'm gonna like disconnect and watch that because I'll do my One Mania stream.
Yeah, and Vass, thank you for showing off Magnum. If anyone hasn't seen it, yes, like I said, Vass really did like when I played Hell Cyberpunk Thriller, and the outfit that Magnum wears is Rachel Brock's.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all have yourself a nice, safe night.
You too. Take care,
All
Joe.
right, let me
Night.
just go back
Good
to
night.
read.
See ya.
Hey, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, see ya.
Night.
Hey,
Night,
see ya,
night.
everyone. That was me. Me making some with my mouth. Sorry.